Konnichiwa everyone, I am Reiher Mibitaden, a second-year BSHM student. Let's travel back to Japanese period as I present to you the Filipino short story during the Japanese period. The field of the short story widened during the Japanese occupation. Many wrote short stories. Among them were Birigido, Batong Bakal, Macario Pineda, Sifarin Giningindo, Liwayway Arceo, Narciso Ramos, NVM Gonzales or Nestor Vicente Madali Gonzales, Alicia Lopez Lim, Ligaya Perez, and Gloria Guzman. Those are the notable writers during this period. The best writings in 1945 were selected by a group of judges composed of Francisco A. Casiano, Jose Esperanza Cruz, Antonio Rosales, Clodoaldo Del Mundo, and Teodoro Santos. As a result of this selection, the following got the first three prizes. Narciso Reyes got the first prize with his Lupang Tinubuan. The second prize goes to Liwayway Arceo with his Uhaw ang Tigang na Lupa. The third prize goes to NVM Gonzales, Lungsod Nayon at Dagat-Dagatan. So let's have the overview or the summary of Lupang Tinubuan by Narciso Reyes. First, let us know who is Narciso Reyes. Narciso Reyes is a Filipino diplomat, an author, ambassador of the United Kingdom and other countries. He is also a teacher and a journalist. Let's talk about the Lupang Tinubuan. The story Lupang Tinubuan developed in the author's life experience. It also shows that history is part of shaping and part of human life and the world. It indicates to each character in the story, Lupang Tinubuan, that you must return to the place where you belong, or where you were born and awakened. The characters in the story are Dandeng, Aunt Juana, Uncle Gorio, Tata Inong, and Grandpa Tasio. The family is the root of a community, and the family is the important in the development of a person. And having a real family with love is a great treasure to be considered. The lesson of the story is that no matter where you are, you should always look back at your roots. Love for the nation does not happen by a chance. It needs to be cultivated. And now, let's tackle about the Philippine literature in English, 1941 to 1945. Because of the strict prohibitions imposed by the Japanese in writing and publishing of works in English, Philippine literature in English experienced a dark period. The few who dared to write did so for their bread and butter or for propaganda. Imagine that. Writings that came out during this period were journalistic in nature. Writers felt suppressed, but slowly, the spirit of nationalism started to seep into their consciousness. While some continued to write, the majority waited for a better climate to publish their works. Noteworthy writer of the period was Carlos P. Romulo, who won the Pulitzer Prize for his bestseller, I Saw the Fall of the Philippines, I See the Philippine Rise, and His Mother America and My Brothers Americans. Journalists include Salvador P. Lopez, Leon Maguerrero, Raul Manglapus, and Carlos Bulusan. Nick Joaquin produced The Man Who Looked Like Lazarus. Fred Ruiz Castro wrote a few poems. F.B. Casino wrote essay in the Philippine Review. Carlos Bulusan's works include The Laughter of My Father, 1944, The Voice of Bataan, 1943, Six Filipino Poets, 1942, among others. Alfredo Litiaco published With Harp and Sling in 1943. Jose P. Laurel published Forces That Makes a Nation Great. The Commonwealth Literary Awards gave prizes to meritorious writers. Those who won were Like the Molive by Rafael Zulueta da Costa, How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife by Manuel A. Arguela, Literature and Society by Salvador P. Lopez, his native soil by Juan Laya. President Manuel L. Quezon autobiography, The Good Fight, was published posthumously. Radio broadcast echoed the mingled fear and doubt in the hearts of the people. Other writers of his period were Juan Colas, Thomas Confessor, Roman A. de la Cruz, and Eliza Tabunyar.